there, this is Sherry Hayes with MomDelights.com. The mom of 15, been homeschooling for about 30 years, married to my husband for 36 years. And today I'd like to encourage you to feed your family. Now, that sounds like, okay, that's obvious, Sherry. You know, I've got to go in and I've got to make the dinner. I know. But I'm talking about feeding them in body, soul, and spirit. Now, I know we go on the internet and we see that, you know, we want the farmhouse style and we don't have enough stuff to do that. We want to make the meals on Pinterest and we don't have all the correct machines and all the correct spices and all the correct ingredients. We want to go on like the Trim Healthy Mama diet and we don't have enough money or anything. We don't think we can do that. We want to homeschool our kids in a special way and we don't have the right things to do that with. You know, and we just keep thinking, I don't have, and you have these little kids and they're going to grow to young adults and how are they going to have karate lessons and gymnastics lessons and we just say, Lord, I can't do it. And I've got to tell you that there's a biblical understanding that faith pleases God. How did Abraham find favor in God's sight? He believed. That's all he did. It was credited to him for righteousness because he did all the good things, because he did everything he was supposed to do? No, because he believed. You see, and it was his faith. Okay, so we know we don't always have the right things. Now, I'm thinking here specifically of when Jesus fed the 5,000. And here I'll read a little bit. This is found in Mark chapter 6, starting with verse 33. Okay, and the people saw them departing, and many knew him, and ran afoot thither out of all the cities, and outwent them. That's what it says. It's King James. It says outwent them, and came together unto him. And Jesus, when he came out, saw much people, and was moved with compassion toward them, because they were as sheep not having a shepherd. And he began to teach them many things. And when the day was now far spent, his disciples came unto him and said, This is a desert place, and now the time is far past. Send them away that they may go into the country round about, and into the villages, and buy themselves bread, for they have nothing to eat. Now, I think of Jesus would say, da-dum! No, okay. He answered and said unto them, Give ye them to eat. Pretty tall order. How are they supposed to feed all those people? I mean, come on. They didn't have the right stuff. They didn't have the right ingredients. They didn't have, paper plates and forks and all that. But Jesus said, you feed them. Now, what was Jesus asking them to do? He was asking them to exercise their faith, to believe God for more than what they could see. You see, when we only look at what we see before us, and that's all we think about is how we don't have and we can't do, then we will never do and we will never have. But if instead we can see our situation through the eyes of faith, first of all, that God won't give us something to do that he doesn't provide what we need to do it with. Here is Jesus on this deserted mountain with all 5,000 people. Now, it is suggested that those 5,000 people were only 5,000 men. It wasn't counting the women and children. Okay, so there's a potential for at least 11,000 people to have been there, right? So he says, you feed them. What he was trying to do is say, you've got to get it together and realize that this is a walk of faith in life. And when God tells you to do something, he's going to provide for you. And let me go on. And so they say unto him, and they said unto him, Shall we go and buy 200 pennyworth of bread and give them to eat? He saith unto them, How many loaves have ye? Go and see. And when they knew, they say, 5 and 2 fishes. And he commanded them to make all sit down by companies upon the green grass. And they sat down in ranks by hundreds and by 50s. I mean, think about this. You got 5 fishes, right? And when he had taken the 5 loaves and the 2 fishes, he looked up to heaven. He looked up to heaven. And he blessed and brake the loaves and gave them to his disciples to set before them. And the 2 fishes divided he among them all. And they did all eat and were filled. And they took up 12 baskets full of the fragments and of the fishes. And they did that, and they that did eat of the loaves were about 5,000 men. Okay, so what did they do? Well, Jesus looked up to heaven, and it was blessed. And they took that, and they fed them, and everyone was fed. Now, you don't have the right things. You don't have the right homeschool materials. You don't have the right ingredients. You don't have the right house. You don't have the right anything. But what you do have in your hand, God can use that. You look up to heaven and you have him bless that. And you will not only be able to homeschool your kids and feed your kids and take care of your husband, and you'll have leftovers to help those around you. And it's by faith. By faith, believing that God, when he gives you something to do, he will provide what you need to do it with. Just remember to make him the glory of your life. Give him all the glory. Give him the praise. Give him the honor. Give him your whole heart, and he will give you what you need when you need it. Well, you have a blessed day. Bye-bye.